Okay, in this video, Power Pivot Intro number 3, we're going to continue on our development here. In video 1, we did the date dimension table, connected the relationship. In video 2, created a few basic DAX formulas, and now we're going to build a pivot table and chart from the data model. So I'm going to open up the data model just to show you that I've added a few more DAX measures from what I ended up with, just so those are available. So I go anywhere outside of my data and insert a pivot table. So I use the shortcut Alt and V, and you'll notice that it uses the workbook's data model. Good, I want that in a new worksheet, and I'm going to say OK. So now I have both of my data model tables here available to this pivot table. So I'm going to expand the date, and I want the year. I'm going to drag that down to the rows. I'm going to collapse that, and out of the data, I want the close, down here to my measures. Notice how those appear as options now in the pivot table. So I'm going to take the average close price and the average volume. You can see that I have a data set that I can now work with. So I'm going to say insert recommended chart. It picks a line chart a column chart. I don't like that, so I'm going to go with a line chart. And let's just start with that. And you can see it's really kind of meaningless. So we're going to tweak this a little bit. I'm going to hide all my field buttons. Don't worry about this. We're going to change this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to Design, change chart type, come down to Combo, and I want this to be a line, and I want my average volume to be the secondary axis. So you can see it shifts over, and I now have a much better looking chart. So let's say OK with that. I'm going to close my pivot fields, and I'm going to expand this. And the last thing I want to do, I won't bore you with all the formatting, but I want to add a trend line to this. So we select the chart, so just select the chart, Design, come over here to Add Chart Element, select Trend Line, and I want an exponential based on the average close price. And there we go. Now I would format this to not have pennies, and I would do this in thousands. And the one thing I will do is format my legend to move that to the bottom to give me a little more space. And there you go, a quick chart based on using the data model and two tables to generate the pivot table to which I get the chart. Now the formatting I'm not going to spend time on, but here's a final version of an average close price versus average volume by year. And then I also did a min-max closing price by year that is pretty informative. So the point is, it's really quick to do. I now have built my pivot table and pivot chart, and I am good to really start analyzing some information. We will see you next time.